My name is Amanda Harding, and I will be interviewing my great-grandmother, Catherine Frances Elizabeth Kuiper Grogan. Hi.
Hi, my name is Catherine Grogan. I am 97 years old, almost 98.
How do you see yourself, maybe?
How do I feel myself?
How do you see yourself?
How do I see myself?
Yeah.
Serious. Serious. What else can you be? Serious, funny. I'm not funny.
No.
I'm not beautiful, and I'm not caring. I am caring. I've been living with my children for about 7 years. I first grew up on North Olden Avenue for 5 years, then in Ewing Township for 5 with my aunt, and then I came to Trenton and lived on North Clinton Avenue with my mother, and 56 years on Revere Avenue. My first school was in Hamilton Township, in Ewing Township at Lanning School till the 4th grade. Then in 5th grade, I went to live with my mom, who had been sick, and that's why I was living in Ewing Township. But I lived there until I graduated from Trenton High School. I could have done better, but I didn't finish what I should have finished.
Like what?
College. I had to go to work. At that time, we didn't have a whole lot of money. My mom was separated from my father for many years. Actually, when I was 5 years old, she separated from my father. And that's why I went to live with my aunt. And my mother was she had tuberculosis. I was in the hospital for a couple of years. College was different than it is now. It's got a lot of buildings on it, on the ground now. But at that time, there was only 1 or 2 buildings. And it's really has grown since I've been there. I went there to see my granddaughter. And I couldn't believe how big it got.
Was there anything that was hard about growing up?
Just not being able to be with my sister when she was smaller, and when I was very small. I lived with my aunt, and my sister lived with my other aunt, and I missed her, and she missed me. And one day, she wanted to come up and see me, but she didn't have any money to come up on the bus. So somebody offered her 25 cents to get on the bus.
You were
I got
40.
my driver's license when my 3rd child was 17.
So how did you get everywhere growing up?
I walked everywhere. When I went to Lanning School, I had to walk from where my aunt lived down through her street and then through a long field to get to Pennington Road. I applied for a job at the 5 and Dime just down the street, and they wanted to give me 25 cents or 50 cents. And when I went to the A&P, they offered me $1 an hour. I was 21 when I got married, and I had my first child at 22.
How many years were you married?
48. I was hoping that we could be married for 50, but he got sick and he passed away in 1995.
What was his name?
His name was James Grogan. I had 4 children. They gave me 9 grandchildren and 2 stepchildren.
Do you know how many great grandchildren you
I
have?
think I have 13.
Who's your favorite?
No, none of them. All of them are my lovely children.
You're supposed to say it's me. So, was there anything that was hard about having a kid so young? Or getting married so young?
At that time, everybody got married at 21 and 22, so it wasn't that hard.
Now, your son isn't the only one who was in service. So, right? So who in your family was in the service?
My husband was in the service.
And your son?
My son was in the service. My granddaughter was a Marine in the service. And now my youngest son's son was just retired after 15 years.
How did that make you feel?
I was very proud of them.
Well, I'm sure you were nervous too, right?
Right.
Yeah. So was there anything that was hard about that? Anything you want to talk about?
Not really. Except that I went to Hawaii. My second granddaughter, great-grandchild, is now taking my pictures, and I think she's going to be a very good artist. She draws very well, and she's going to be a very important child in the artist field. She is such a good student, and I love her.
Oh, I love you too. Now, being almost 98, I'm sure you've seen a lot of stuff. How does it feel to be able to see all of your kids, all your grandkids, and all your great-grandkids doing all the things that they love? How does it make you feel that you get to see all of that?
It's a wonderful feeling, but it was a lot easier growing up than it is today.
Why do you think that?
Because we were closer together than what the children. We're all separated in different cities now, and we don't see each other as much. So it's a little harder to know what each family is doing.
Well, I guess that's the positive thing about social media then. You get to see everybody on Facebook.
Exactly.
You get to see what they're doing.
But it's not as nice as seeing them in person.
Yeah.
I like Facebook, but it gets nerve-wracking for me. And I don't do anything except Facebook, write to my children, and talk on the phone. And I can't talk too well on the phone because I can't hear.
Yeah.
My hearing is going, and so are my eyes. So I can't talk too much on the phone. But I can still write very well, I think. I'm getting to the stage where I don't want to live. Everybody keeps telling me to live to be 100, and I don't want to live to be 100. I've had enough of this world now that I don't need to be 100. I'm getting to be a little forgetful, and I can't remember things as well. I can't express myself as well as I would like to. I have lost my words. I try to do words in a book to keep my mind going, but I have lost a lot of things that I would be able to say and do. But I try as hard as I can to be as good as I can be. I really don't want to live to be 100, but I'm still healthy enough that I can take care of myself. I think I'm the healthiest of the whole family.
I think you are too. You're healthier than me.
I lasted to be 98, So I had to be healthy.
If you could give any advice to me, our family, or any young mind struggling in this world today, what would it be?
Just be conscious of what is going on around you and try to be as kind and considerate children.
This is Amanda Harding saying goodbye.
Bye. I hope it makes you have a good mark in school.
No, this way. This way. This way.
Oh, peace.
Peace. And kissing.
Yay!